Roy Hodgson has been appointed Crystal Palace manager. The former Eagles boss is there on an interim basis until the end of the season, but can he help them? Can he improve them? And most importantly, can he save them from relegation this season? Join me as we discuss that very topic today. Please like the video and subscribe, it really would mean a lot to me. But now, let's talk how Roy Hodgson will save Crystal Palace. This is the team that I think that Roy Hodgson will be utilising going into his Crystal Palace games towards the end of the season. We have them set up in a back four. We have a 4-4-2 going along with Anderson Gehi as the two main centre-backs, Doucouré and Milivojevic as the two main central defensive midfielders, Eze out on this left and Ayew out on this right, with Wilf Zaha and Mateta as almost the two main striking forwards. And when I think of Roy Hodgson, I really think of the basics, doing the basics properly, defending properly and attacking properly, making sure that you have a threat going the other way, but also making sure that you're defensively solid. And I feel like over the past couple of weeks, Crystal Palace have almost lost that. They've lost it in the attempt to play good football, and I don't think that's necessarily a problem, but players like Sambi Lokonga don't have the steel or the real determination that I think a Roy Hodgson will look for in this side, and neither will Elise really, and I think those two will be the major casualties when you look at the starting lineups going into the final few games. As I've said, doing the basics properly is correct. Roy Hodgson has trusted in Eze previously to go forwards, as he has trusted in Ayew. Ayew in particular, I think, will come back into the starting lineup because of the way he's able to drive with the ball. He's able to do some very good things with the ball at his feet, and at the same time he's got Nathaniel Klein or whoever is on this right hand side to be available for some serious overlaps. This will then allow Crystal Palace to drag players and mainly the opposition over to one of these sides. Whenever this happens, it's going to be a trigger for the likes of Eze to really drive forwards. When this happens, it's going to almost drag a lot of the Palace players over, as well as it will drag the major opposition over. If I just show this, they'll be dragged over, making sure that they're trying to close them down, and at the same time they will have a out ball to switch to Doucouré, to switch to Eze, who will be running down this channel, and then that's how they'll get in a lot of the time. It's all about transition, sweeping play, not playing too many passes, not making sure that you're dallying on the ball, not making sure that you're wasting too many opportunities. It's all about quick, incisive passing, making sure that you're able to exploit the space that will be left by the opposition once they overcommit to one side. It's going to be a lot of wing play, a lot of width. It's going to be making sure that you're able to isolate this scenario by creating this scenario. It's all about creating channels, all about creating angles for Crystal Palace, and then defensively what you're going to see is a lot of really compactness. You're going to have Doucouré and Milivojevic really just being destructive, making sure that they're able to stop players from going through the middle, and then you have Ayew, who's very good at defending down the wing play, making sure that he's defending his right back, and that's one thing that I don't think Elise has done enough. I don't think he's defensively orientated enough, and that's fine. It's just the kind of play that he is, but I think with a Roy Hodgson style system, wanting to do the basics properly, I think you're going to see Ayew want to be a little bit more defensive than the likes of a Michael Elise, and then you have Eze down this left hand side, and you might say, well, Eze isn't too particularly defensive either, but no, but you have Doucouré on this side to really drive in. Zaha will then drop in to make sure that they're just covering the spaces, covering the position. It's all about rotation and making sure that you have enough players to be able to cover the wide areas or the positions. As I said, Zaha and Eze will be able to spring the counter attack that will be launching from Crystal Palace's turnover. Once they get the turnover from deep, they're able to utilize the power play of Anderson to either play passes over here or to play passes over here. Ayew will then get on his bike to try and get over to these wing positions, and then Eze will do exactly the same, allowing the likes of Mateta and Zaha to really drive forwards into the box. Zaha will play off Mateta as well. You'll see a lot of passes from the likes of Guaita over to Mateta, who will then play the ball down to Zaha, who will be making runs past the channels and past the last line of the opposition defence. Again, it's all about not making too many passes. It's all about being incisive, being cutting, and making sure that you're able to make the most of the opportunities as quickly as possible to be able to give your chance, or yourself, the greatest chance of getting those 1v1s, those goal-scoring opportunities, which you know that Wilf Zaha and Eze will be able to take most of the time. It's going to be a strip back to basics type of play. It's going to be simple, it's going to be clear, it's going to be really concise, and it's also going to be very, very dangerous when done properly. The counter-attack is something that Crystal Palace, I think, can really utilise going in towards these last few games, especially when you're going to see certain teams want to dominate possession, certain teams that are going to want to really take the game to Crystal Palace, and I think they can utilise that possession, or utilise the lack of possession, I should say, in their transitional moments. Mateta will have enough physicality to be able to deal with a lot of the aerial presence that they'll be having to fight against, and we all know the pace and the dynamism of Wilf Zaha and Eberechi Eze. Ayew on this right hand side will be able to drive forwards whenever they need an outball, and sometimes they will need an outball. They'll need to pass the ball over to him, they'll need to pass it all over to this channel, and then Ayew will hold on to it and then just recycle possession, making sure that they're taking the pressure off of this back line, allowing them to really reset and go again. Again, like I said, it's going to be very clear, very concise, doing the basics properly, and that's how I think Roy Hodgson will help Crystal Palace. That's it for today, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave the video with a like and subscribe if you haven't for more content like this coming very soon. Make sure you hit that notification bell as well. You don't want to miss what's coming up in the near future, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on Roy Hodgson joining Crystal Palace yet again. Are you happy or are you not? Crystal Palace fans, talk to me. I would love to hear from you. But like I said, that's it from me for today. So thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I hope to see you in the next one. But until then, my friends, take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.